What is going on? What's going on? I can't even figure out if I was live a second ago. Alright, so let's see. Let's see what is going on. Alright, there we go. Delete that shit. Yo. Hey, what's going on, Chad? Alright, so we are live. What is with my audio? No, there it is. And video, there we go. Alright, so it's looking like it is working now. Perfect. Alright, let me get this link. I'll send it in the group just so you guys know. Alright. So yeah, right now I'm just going to be kind of just chilling. We're going to be watching the market a little bit. Doing different things. Cover a few topics and stuff. Let me put it in the chat. Perfect. All right. So what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, so I haven't been all right, sweet. Thanks, Chad. Yeah, I haven't been live in a while. Yeah, I feel like I've even been a lot more inactive lately. But yeah, so whatever you guys are feeling, if you guys have questions, you got coins you want to talk about, throw it in the chat. But I'm just going to go over a few things because, yeah, the market is just crazy right now. This has been the most wild couple months. Let's make sure this is like still. Okay, sweet. Yeah, as I'm seeing too, we got I think we got April 2nd. When is that? 2 days from now? So April 2nd, I think, is going to be a big day for the market. We got a lot of stuff here. This market is, honestly, I think everything is looking somewhat bottomed. I don't know if anyone has seen the last video I made. I've been, very questionable going forward. How much longer, a lot of this stuff is going to be moving. A lot of stuff is running, but it's like, even from a price perspective, though, Bitcoin still looks very good here. It's still holding. I mean, it looks like it wants to bottom, but I think we're going to have a either very brutal next 2 or 3 days, or we're going to start pumping like crazy. And this may actually start like another leg for Bitcoin. So I think it's going to be pretty important right now. But yeah, so I guess for Bitcoin, I'm not going to cover anything crazy with it. But this market is what it is. There's a lot of good altcoins that are on insane discounts right now. I've been watching Sonic and a couple of coins on their chain. There's so many different chains too. It's like crazy amount of chains, crazy amount of ecosystems. And I think what is going to spark everything to run is just going to be sentiment fully flipping. Because for me, it's like I'd love to be starting to look into, heavy into all these different ecos. But nothing is going to be moving until we see sentiment just go completely full back on, risk on. What's going on, AP? I'm doing well, man. Just trying to be more active and getting back to it in this market. I feel like the last month or two, I've been super thrown off with Just seeing how bad things have got is insane. It's like alts legitimately hit a full bear market in like 2 months. It took a toll on me, honestly. And I assume literally everyone too. But trying to get back into it, I feel like we're definitely closer to a bottom than ever. Again, aside from probably the next few days. Worst case, we do come down maybe one more time, but I don't think we're going to be chopping again, down only for the next few months from here. I don't know. I think we really got to bounce at some point. But yeah, even majors, guys, there's so many good opportunities. Actually, I didn't take this, but Sui is looking so clean here. Something I've been watching, I think, lately has just been I'm trying to find really good coins that have been holding their levels through all of this through all the downturns, and as of right now, it's mostly a lot of majors that have been holding very well. Sui has been a major one. I mean, you can say Solana has, aside from kind of dropping a little today, but it's still holding this major support. Like I was saying, Sonic earlier, I think Sonic as an eco probably has a lot of juice in it once sentiment can flip. One of the main coins on Sonic, basically a leveraged bet. Where did I put it? I think in AI. It's actually Anon. Just the DEF AI, DeFi narrative. Don't know how hard that's gonna, start running. But yeah, everything's just gonna come down to sentiment, So watching a lot of different stuff, but yeah, I'd say Bitcoin is still looking okay for where it is. Ethereum too, well under support though. Initially, I took this as an incredibly bearish thing, but we're gonna see what happens over the next few days here. If this just continues to go into a downtrend, I don't really know what to expect with it. It's weird because I really think ETH still has a lot of room to grow. Has a lot in the tank too, but yeah, ETH's kind of crazy. Why don't we check out the little bit of trenches here too? But yeah, if you're watching this, I hope you're doing all right. If you've been holding up in the market, because I know everything's been insanely rough. It's been insane. That's awesome. I love when nothing loads. So let that load. But yeah, something else too I've been watching very heavily for the last probably month and a half has been BitTensor subnets. I feel like my feed now on Twitter has become a mix between subnets, a lot of people bull posting different subnets to BitTensor to, a lot of robotics based stuff. And then still a lot of random memes and shit like that. But, if you start to cater your Twitter feed into, just coins that you like and following just a lot of good people, it'll just eventually just start generating stuff that kind of the rest of crypto Twitter is going to start seeing. I want to bring something up too. This is kind of random here, but this is actually insane. There's a new type of scam I want everyone to pay attention to. Don't click on tokens web with Cloudflare. I don't even know. I don't know how that's possible. But, literally when Dex Screener just loaded out at that button, make sure you are on the right link to the website. I would recommend going straight to their Twitter, hitting the link from any project directly from Twitter. Because apparently if you click this and it's a fake or scam link, you can actually download something. So I just saw this earlier and that's just nuts. Like scams in crypto is just wild. You really got to protect yourself. Yeah, dude, Tidcoin. Shout out to Sammy. Sammy in our group he is still on this, bro. See, from 600K to almost 17 million. That is nuts. Shout out to you, Sammy. Killing it, dude. What a move. Yeah, Bitcoin has been running. Um, I don't know if I even want to pull their Twitter up. I think it's full of women, but yeah, Bitcoin went crazy. That was nuts too, because I kind of faded that myself. But yeah, that's what I've been realizing too, because I've been so almost risk off with a lot of Degen plays lately, but there's still plays that happen left and right. We even saw, what was that huge trend? Like literally a week ago. Uh, Routine. So do not buy this. Oh my, that's down to under 1 million. This thing ran so hard for like 2 days. That also hit like what, 18 million? And 3 or 4 days later, this is already back down. Like, if that doesn't tell you what the sentiment is like right now, that's nuts. Yeah, let's see what else they got going on too. Let's check new pairs. I don't really go on Pump Fun too much anymore. But I still, like, literally Deck Screener, I think, is just such a go-to spot. It's in the last 6 hours if there's anything interesting. Brian Kraft, what's going on, man? Not too much, bro. Just checking out the markets, giving some random info, thoughts. Just hanging out, bro. How are you? Yeah, this coin God's Country. I don't know what this is. I feel like I haven't been up to date with a lot of these random coins too. This thing, yeah, that I was gonna say that was pumping earlier. Yeah, wow. Huge dump. Guarantee this was like super bundled or something. Lots of people just held heavy supply and just nuking it. I could even go on Bullux, but oh, okay. Well, yo, oh, Mavki, yeah, what's going on? Yeah, no problem though. You're fine. I'm so bad with messaging too sometimes. Um, yeah, you're good. Yeah, I'd have to check it out definitely. What markets, bro? Bro, every market. You know, we even got friggin', we got stocks too. Nvidia's dumping like crazy. I think Nvidia could be even pretty good buy if it comes a little bit lower. Same thing, it's gonna depend on everything, just the next 2 days. Market's looking green. Did something just come out? Some news just come out or something? Yes, it's 10:09. No, it's not even a new candle. Yeah, there must have been news right now that just came out. Yeah, Chad, I agree. Yeah, I definitely want to start focusing again back in on that. I definitely slowed down because it was, and sentiment's bad. I feel like odds are just always so much more against you. I feel like sentiment's a huge factor in even just things moving, but yeah, you're totally right. I definitely do want to see some more calls for myself coming in there. Was looking for, yeah. Let's see if there's any nude, yeah. Let's see if there's any news right now. Sometimes my feed will just load it up too, which is nice, but yeah, nothing right now actually. Still a lot of Mog and Retardio is half my feed too. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, no, that's a good point, right? I think a lot of people have been thinking that too. We literally could see everything just start pumping because that's one thing with it, right? Is I feel like a lot of this has been priced in now for a while. It doesn't mean it can't go lower, but I do think like the most brutal aspects of it were priced in multiple times here with these candles. This was where the fear of all these tariffs came from. But I think there's still fear like when it actually happens because it's still up in the air. I just pumped them hard. Yeah, right. I wish I could just buy right here and just God candle this straight up. I can't even imagine just a straight God candle. Just that would be insane. Sentiment would flip in a matter of like 2 hours. Stink deck. I heard of that. Stink decks. What is that? To me, that sounds like something I probably don't want to look at. But we're gonna check it out. Yeah, 3 days ago. Stink decks. I mean, if you caught the absolute bottom, you're up a little bit. Is there Twitter? Yeah, bro. I don't know about that one, but I've seen this thing too. I was kind of watching this too. I saw this bottomed out, but same thing. I feel like when sentiment is like this, you don't know what is gonna rip out of nowhere. It's hard to know. Like you really still at this point you just gotta like if anything take smaller risks, even smaller bets than you normally would. But yeah, so you can still find these coins just random like runners. But you gotta make sure when you get in them, if they start moving, you gotta get out at some point. Because when you're in a sentiment like this too, nothing is actually gonna hold. Levels will not hold, especially on micro caps. They'll pump and they are gonna dump within days. Because there's nothing else to actually pump these coins any higher. It's not like Sol is, having God candles for a week straight. So keep that in mind if you're still aping a lot of coins right now. If things do pump heavily, make sure you're taking profits or at least selling initials with stuff like that. Jesus coin too. When did this launch? 3 hours ago? Well, I was gonna say volume 2 has kind of dried up lately because of it too. Would I choose AI agents or memes? Bro, that's hard because this whole bull run has basically just been a whole rotation of short narratives. I mean, that's kind of every crypto cycle, but I feel like it's just been different. We haven't seen just like organic, almost like older narratives that have been here for a while with a lot of projects that have been building. Basically what I'm saying is like if you go to CoinGecko, in the past what you could do is just go into a random category, research into coins that are lower caps in that category, and just wait for that narrative to pump. But things like that, we never really saw that. It's like at all this cycle yet. We've seen kind of new narratives come in, and then from there, it's like you gotta really focus on those narratives as they're brand new. But yeah, if I had to choose like AI agents or memes, it's hard. I think for memes, I probably wouldn't be looking at micro caps or low cap memes right now. I would say stick to very strong memes because I still think memes are just so different from everything else. In the fact that people, when you're investing in a meme coin, there's no fundamentals to look at. You're buying it for a joke, for the meme or whatever the hell it is, right? And I think just top tier memes are still decent bets. Like literal fart coin right now is a pretty good one. And I still love Mog. Like I know Mog is down horrendously, but still one of my favorite meme coins, hands down. You can even stick to something like Pepe for a meme, but I would probably decide. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably stick with memes as far as like higher caps that have a lot more staying power. Probably over AI agents right now because, I mean, it's kind of this very similar. They just move so quick every single day, especially with AI agents. It's a new innovation. A new agent does something else, and then the agent from yesterday, people start rotating because 2 days later, whatever that agent did is already outdated, you know? So AI agents, initially when it was hype and hot, it was, it was good because it was brand new, but yeah, why do I feel like this could actually keep going? Let's see the bubble maps. Good chance it's probably skewed to a point. Bro, what is this? Okay, yeah, no. Massive cluster. Yeah, this is a complete super high risk. Massive chance I could just dump in 2 minutes. That chart actually looks pretty good. I would not be surprised if this pushes up a little higher, but yeah, I will not be jumping into that. Especially on live, guys, I don't want to. I can't just jump into something like that. But maybe. Well, I don't know. If I find something that looks insanely good, maybe. But usually the stuff at the top too is always kind of questionable. You know what? I think I looked into Moby legitimately this morning. I still gotta look into it like way more in depth, but at least I checked it out. What does this chart look like? Oh yeah, that is completely bottomed out. Do they have their own website? It takes you to Pump Fun. Is Wednesday a buy the news? Yeah, good point. I mean, the thing that, excuse me, the thing that you gotta understand in most markets is usually news. You know, you don't want to be buying or selling anything on the day that something happens. The markets almost pre-price in anything that's going to happen. So when there's an event that's happening, the market is going to pre-price if it's good or bad well beforehand at some point. And you almost want to be in or out before that volatility starts. Because usually when the event happens, it's going to do the opposite of what everyone thinks. Game to the moon. Yeah, bro, I mean, the whole virtual eco, I wish I could explain it, bro. Virtual, it's like, I was so bullish on that. I still love that ecosystem, what they're building, but yeah, game is down pretty, like, really bad, too. Holy moly. 'Cause the thing with me, guys, is, it's like, I knew how high this was pumping, and I was waiting for a discounted buy. I wanted a correction on all these coins, but in the combination of Bitcoin kind of dumping as soon as AI agents as a narrative started ending, and just seeing price go down, it seems like because the hype died for AI agents and Bitcoin nuked, this just did not find support. Nothing found support, for this whole ecosystem, and everything just went straight down to basically bottomed out. It's usually like I like to wait for massive corrections to buy into anything, but like this went well beyond any sort of correction. It's just yeah, it was super unfortunate because even on me, I rebought into virtual, and that is actually down very hard right now too. But same thing. It's like I wish I could know what's gonna happen, but and yeah, I agree. Literally everything died. It's not just virtual. It's really like literally every coin in the market or most coins, except XRP. For some reason, guys, this thing is holding like crazy. But I really do think if sentiment doesn't flip really bullish, there is no chance this doesn't hold. It's either just going to start dumping here, or this is going to bounce up one more time, form some more bearish momentum, and just finally dump. Doesn't mean it's over for XRP at all. Again, that's if we get really bad in the next 2 or 3 days. I think anything that's holding any support is going to get even worse. But even like BitTensor, same thing. This is holding a multi-year support now. Just this general range. Literally in between like what, 200, 220? I think this support may be broken really hard if things get really bad in the next 2 days. Excuse me. Yeah, I agree. I hope we see a lot of rotation again. Well, rotation like, back into a lot of fundamental projects. I still think we need to see ETH really start running again. It's nuts that it just never had that huge run, because this is kind of what sparked most of alt season in the last cycle, and a huge combination of a lot of people, with stimulus checks throwing their capital into risk on markets, to then a lot of people making money in Bitcoin, rotating it into ETH and all these risk on assets or lower cap alts. Like right now it's been different. The mind share and the amount of different L1s, L2s that have taken mind share away from ETH. It's definitely just had a hit. And Pump Fun, I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of people like to use that as a huge excuse, like, oh, Pump Fun, destroyed all this stuff, but I think it's not the biggest factor. It definitely is a factor to a point, but it's not like the end all be all reason why, alts never pumped. But yeah, I think ETH has a lot of room to go. I really don't think it's just over here. It's just going to bottom out. But we'll see. I mean, for me, it's like I have arguments looking at charts in both directions. It's very hard to know, but alts are just down bad. Yeah, what's Ondo doing? Ondo's kind of just chilling. Ondo, I think, is literally the easiest bet for RWA. I know it's already somewhat high in market cap, but I think it's just blatantly just the obvious play. Same thing for AI, BitTensor is the obvious play, especially with their whole eco right now. Their ecosystem is going to go disgustingly parabolic. Once this can start going to the upside, because we've only seen dynamic Tau or subnet tokens since Bitcoin has just been, since BitTensor has been going down only. I can't even, I think they're going to go nuts once this flips and actually goes up. If it does, granted. Wait, I had Taos. Yeah, there it is. Oh, what am I doing? So, like, what are we doing with shoots? What is shoots doing now? Yeah, guys, these charts are they just haven't fully moved. I really don't think they've done anything yet, which is actually a good thing. Very good thing here. These will run pretty hard. I guarantee at some point, especially some of the solid ones. And I think most subnet projects are very solid. Oh yeah, dude. No, I agree. RWA is huge. I think it's going to be one of the clearest narratives going forward too. With regulatory clarity, governments just really looking at tokenomics, tokenization. I think it's going to be big, like very big. Because I would think that if we do get a real next major run for crypto, the way that this cycle has been moving, we're not seeing narratives come back. Meaning we're not seeing narratives that, had major pumps in the past, like really pump again. And I feel like there have been many narratives that, obviously, I think in 2023 into 2024, everything in the market pumped. You know, we had all different narratives run, mainly because ETH 2, a lot of different, basically everything had a really nice run here, right? Um, but I think RWA really just hasn't had that massive moment yet. Another one too is just robotics. I think one of you guys mentioned that earlier. Um, yeah, yeah, Brian. Robotics, I think, is gonna be massive, absolutely huge. Not even necessarily in crypto, but robotics is gonna have that, you know, that Chat GBT moment that we saw in 2022. Robotics will be huge. You know, I've been doing a lot of research on robotics, just, I mean, mainly within crypto too, but a lot of stuff outside of it. I want to learn the ins and outs of robotics, you know, over the next few months, well before, you know, people are fully paying attention to it. You know, to know what to look for, to know what to invest in, how to invest in, just knowing what companies are building, you know, what kind of humanoids to what different kind of industries these robotics are going to be used for, from, you know, manufacturing to home, in-home usage. You know, there's so many little things with it. It's wild. Robotics will be massive. So if you guys want to like look into something, I mean, I'll be making videos on it 100%, but if you guys want to look into some sort of narrative, even outside of crypto, like within stocks, that is going to have a huge moment in time, it is going to be robotics, 100%. But yeah, like I said earlier, I think, yeah, definitely RWA. It's still one of my favorite robotics based coins in crypto. Still is Aoki. I love this project. You know, still little things. You know, like even like the liquidity here is, it's tiny, bro. But you know, I think there's honestly just having such a good founder for this project, really good team, great partnerships. They actually just did something with Hong Kong. I see a lot of people that are constantly bull post. I don't know if they're paid for this stuff or what, but you know, at least I'm looking into a lot of stuff after they post this stuff. But this person posted about Hong Kong launching a pilot program to explore low altitude economy from drones to urban airspace systems. And it's kind of cool. I guess one of the companies within that is actually building on Aoki. So I don't know. I think that's really interesting. I think Aoki, slowly as I keep watching it, I just love this project. Of course, it's bottomed. You know, it's completely like at the bottom right now. Kind of dead. Another one that was Peak. I really like Peak. I've been liking it more and more as I look into it. I just realized, yeah, I don't even think it's on a DEX. But Peak is another great one, but um, yeah, Peak, I don't like that they're inflationary, the things with tokenomics. It is what it is. I feel like tokenomics kind of just really hinder crypto from an investment standpoint in so many cases. But you know, if like outside of a lot of things like that, like if there were a couple really good bets on robotics in crypto, it's literally Peak and Aoki. I still believe that. Like Peak's ecosystem is already huge. They have a ton of transactions going through all the time. Powerhouse, but like I said, yeah, to me, lots of red flags looking into it from an investment standpoint. Fundamentally, though, it's insane. Like very good stuff coming from Peak. But I like at this point in the market, from what we've seen, I'm looking at it from, I think narratives themselves carry the market more than the risks of worrying about tokenomics and things like that. If you are entering a coin at a good entry area and the market starts to move again, you know, it's like, I think the risk to reward is just stronger betting on a new narrative, you know, than holding a coin that's in like an old narrative. Even like gaming tokens, you know, I know a lot of people still like gaming. over the last like 6 months, I've completely stopped focusing on gaming. Even if it comes back, which I think it will at some point, until I am proven otherwise and see gaming start to really take off again, I'm just not even paying attention to it. Like I feel like there's just some narratives people are still focusing on, like holding. I would just rather bet, even if it's more high risk with things like that. I would rather bet on up and coming narratives, seeing how the cycles played out, than betting on a lot of older stuff, if that makes sense. Or narratives that, that were just hype in the past. Bro, GTA, I hope that revives gaming. Oh my god. I will legitimately buy GTA. Actually, I literally want to. That would be sick. Bro, another banger project that I missed. And I saw this completely bottomed out for days. Because I was watching this, and to me it looked like this is KTA, Kita. And again, someone in our group as well brought it up. Shout out to you, because if you went against my own thoughts, this would have been a great play. Yeah, this to me, it seemed like it was just another, random. What was this? Not a DeFi project, right? I think it was just a payment network, just almost like an L1 or something. Yeah, to me, I guess I didn't really. There wasn't anything that fully stood out to me, I guess, with it, but I swear, sometimes you guys taking the bet on things, even if for some reason it resonates with you, you can make some really good moves. So like I said, I didn't really fully believe this was going to move. It still did. I mean, this is just ridiculous, though. How do you have 200K liquidity with 67 million market cap? Like, this is actually partially the reason why it's probably ran so hard. Because the liquidity is microscopic. What is that ratio? 200K to 60 million? Like, what is MOG? Like what is an actual ratio? $7.4 million. Yeah, so I mean, I would think that needs at least a couple million in liquidity at like 67 million. Yes, bro, checks is a banger RWA. If there was a coin, I would say if there's a couple coins to bet on in RWA. Aside from the chart, it's tough because it's like this high time frame, just major support was broken really hard. Aside from that though, if this can start getting more bullish, which it's I can't even talk, my bad. It's looking like it wants to get bullish again. Checks is very fundamentally strong. This is a great RWA coin. Plume greater than Ondo. Yo, yeah, too. I've seen Plume too. Plume is interesting. This I really haven't looked into it too much though. I gotta look into it more. I agree with you in the sense that it is newer. It definitely has a chance of getting a lot more hype. What is the liquidity on this? Is this on Dex or only? Oh no, they actually have a lot of listings. Wow. Yeah, I gotta look back into this actually. Have any info on TVL and stuff too? I want to find. Yeah, let me pull up Plume. I love charts. We'll pull up Plume chart. Oh wait, this is what it's already 300. Is that what it? Yeah. Well, I wasn't even looking at that. Wow. Oh, so the market cap's already pretty huge. I mean, which is fine. It doesn't matter. In a sense here, because it is newer, and RWA still hasn't had a run. Yeah, I'd have to look into this more. I don't know what its tokenomics are, or really too much of their fundamentals. This is mainly all I know about it. Yeah, it's a RWA based chain, which I like. So that's something I've been focusing more so on, especially with like layer ones lately. Is I think it's very key to be hyper focused on a specific narrative. I think for layer ones, I've just seen so many baseline new layer ones just launching, that they don't offer anything different. And to me, it's like why would I want to invest on a new layer one on the 180th layer one of the cycle? But yeah, Chad, no, I'll look into Plume a little bit more. That one does look pretty interesting. P die. What P? Is that like a staked die, like a stable coin? P die. Is that a pulse chain coin? My bad, I'm just not familiar. P. Wait, why? I don't know what that is. I don't know why I don't know that. I think the newer hyped ones have a lot to fall. Yeah, that is a huge factor, right? Any new project you find, bro, that is how 95% of charts go. They will launch and just go down only for months. The main reason why is usually from tokenomics and just consistent unlocks when there's no buy pressure. Either when it's sentiment, no one wants to buy because everyone's in fear, or because a lot of people just know the tokenomics are horrible, so no one wants to buy it either. Again, that's like the same thing. Because of bad tokenomics, throws off so many projects that are really good fundamentally. But it's like, it's just crazy to me. It is like very hard to find a project with really good tokenomics that are, super sustainable. QF. I've seen a lot of you guys bring up QF just over the last. I mean, this has been out now for a while. I remember when this launched too. So we saw this in our group. I never called this or anything, but some people in our group caught this all the way, whoa, at launch. That was crazy. So I remember some of you guys. I remember in the group where, you're telling me, yo, Connor, is this new? Like, should we jump into it? And for me, I never like to buy into green candles. But yeah, I remember you guys started jumping into it and like saw it. And you guys printed on this thing. That was wild. And this thing is, I actually can't believe this chart. This is actually maintaining a fairly strong chart since launch. And wow, in May. That's wild. But yeah, QF. I gotta look back into this one too. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be buying Kita here at all. I don't remember their tokenomics. There's something with their tokenomics. I think. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm like I look into so many coins and then it's like I go back to it and I completely forget a couple of the factors that I made. That's why I have to write like everything down when I research. So scatterbrained sometimes with how many coins I just look into. Yeah, that's interesting. If it's got a lot of speed on it. That's something, yeah, I mean, I'd say as far as going forward though, I think like having an insane speed and what is it, transactions per second, like what did it say, 10 million? I think that's just going to become very normal for most blockchains over the years. It's like we already have Solana, which is, I don't want to say it's insanely quick, but, it handles transactions fairly quickly. And I think if, I just think it's going to be very normalized. And I think it would be weird if a blockchain doesn't have really fast, if not almost instant finality in the future. So, I mean, if this got hype because it was going to be very fast and efficient, um, I'd be cautious of looking for more chains in the future if it's just off that. I don't know about their team or anything with this, but I just think that's going to be so normal in the market. QF devs, yeah, if they've been working nonstop, that's always a great sign. I actually love to see that when devs are just constantly grinding their ass off, regardless of the market and price. No, that's good. That's good to know. So yeah, there's another interesting RWA coin. Oh, I actually want to cover that too. We had that guns token launch today. What was it? Oh, it's literally right there too. But what do you know? Nuking, classic. Oh, RBNT. This one has interested me for a while. Red Belly Network. But thing is, this low float is not good at all. Same thing. Tokenomics throw me off on this, but apparently this token has a lot of pretty good TVL. I don't know. This one was kind of interesting to me. But yeah, I don't want to go like, I'm not gonna full out deep dive into much, but I'm trying to think too. There have been a lot of different coins. Let me pull up that gun coin too, as I haven't even looked at it. Oh, 0.06. Yeah, so I don't know the tokenomics, but yeah, good. I mean, a ton of holy moly, crazy volume. Obviously, it's day one on it, but yeah, I've heard of Collat. I would say that's probably a more high risk one, just being on Solana. But Collat doesn't seem. I wouldn't say it's horrible. Yeah, what is this? Like, I genuinely haven't even looked into this yet. Because this had to do with off the grid, right? Yeah. So what is this, like the chain for it? The token for off the grid? The guns platform. Used to trade and buy items on the marketplace. Alright, so they got a marketplace. Let me just get the where are their documentation? That's just a fast track to everything. And I don't know where the documentation is. Like simple things, guys, like a lot of projects. It's like, yo, make the documentation very easy to find. Obviously, I click like 2 buttons and probably find it, but it's like, yo, there's so many things that these projects don't do. Like they make it like it's like a maze to try and find different information. Yeah, I don't know. Something like this, though, the reason why I don't even bother looking into a lot of this stuff, I would have read it a little bit, but it's like I just know when you're in a sentiment like this, and you have a chart, a new launch, it is not gonna last. Nothing is actually gonna last. Let's go to guns, or what is it? Guns. Um, yeah, I don't know if it's on a Dex actually. I just want to see a chart. So no, it's not. Why? I don't know why they don't put it on a Dex. It's on Binance though. That's interesting. Let's see if we can get a chart before we get kicked out of Binance. Oh, it actually shows it. All right. Oh. Yeah, no, that is gonna be. That is just gonna chop and go down only for a long time. Okay, that's all I need to see with that. Unless for some reason gaming just picks up tomorrow. But that's, yeah, I'd say just wait a while. But almost every chart that launches right now is it's not gonna run unless it's like a brand new launch, like a stealth launch. Let's say on like ETH mainnet or something. Stealth launches usually do very well. Those are some of my favorite coins to look in, but those are also some of the highest risk, especially when they're tiny and micro cap. But if you find a really good stealth launch, it's usually those are where you can make some of the biggest gains. I swear. Yeah, I even saw Vine. Well, I saw a tweet that Binance is buying this coin or something. I doubt it. I mean, maybe I could be wrong. It's just yeah, I don't know. This market is just weird, bro. Yeah, why don't we let's see what else is going on. Yeah, let's look at that Jesus coin. What did it dump? Yeah, 200K now. Wow. No way. Yo, isn't that Minecraft movie coming out? From TikTok. I'll just say, what did the Minecraft movie launch? And like launching this like Minecraft token. Wow, yeah. Minecraft movie. Yeah, look at this typing. Yeah, if you guys are in Discord and you see me type, this is why it takes me so long to write stuff. I swear, half the time I will type stuff out, trying to just write it fast. If I didn't correct every word, this is what everything would look like. I cannot type like that sometimes. So April 4th, maybe that's why. Yeah, these these coins are just like so sketchy. Let's see what the TikTok is. Actually, I don't even know if I'm logged in on TikTok. I don't know if it's gonna allow me. Alright, they go to Twitter. Everyone's scared. Alright, so maybe, I don't know. Let's see, Minecraft. I guarantee when the Minecraft movie comes out, there's probably going to be either a coin about it, or Minecraft movie is going to pump out of nowhere. That's wild. How's it going? Is it Tio or Teo? My bad if I mispronounced that. Cough game ready for launch. No, I haven't checked on that project in a long time. Yeah, crypto. Wow. Yeah, that's unreal. Where's their Twitter? Crypto Force. There it is. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I liked this project a long time ago. Same thing. I really believed in gaming, but I just think the quality of this game at the time, for being the market cap it was definitely just undervalued. I feel like it was insanely undervalued. Even though the game was questionable, wasn't great. With gaming, it's like we saw the shittiest games projects that did not even have a game skyrocketing to 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 million in market cap. And this thing sat literally at like a million in market cap for so long. You know, when they were working really hard, you know. This was a really good project at the time, at least I thought, but obviously a year later that's crazy. It's just down so bad. This market's crazy. But yeah, I do hope gaming does come back. I feel like digging for gaming gems was so fun. And just yeah, I feel like just digging for a lot of gems on like ETH. I don't know why the vibe was just so different than like, you know, degenning on Sol. Easily had the most fun finding projects on ETH mainnet. They just ran so differently. Like different coins on different chains just move differently. Like coins on Base move different than Sol. Coins on ETH mainnet move a lot different than Base and Solana. Like it's really like interesting to, you know, to watch play out. Like anything on ETH mainnet. Let me get off the Minecraft token. Anything on ETH mainnet used to run, I mean, like the slowest, just easiest cooks. You could just find a good coin. You know, if it looked like it was fundamentally sound, like you'd take a risk on it, obviously, but if you just bought it and gave it legitimately 4 days, like 2 weeks, most of the time you could get an easy 3 to 5x. You know, maybe not most of the time, but a lot of the time. You know, ETH mainnet, you basically just bought. You could sleep at night knowing your coin is not going to go to zero, you know, in 2 hours like Solana. You know, I literally just had the most fun degenning on ETH mainnet for those coins. This too I've seen a lot White Rock. This is like the most ridiculous looking chart. Like I don't understand how a chart even looks. It just doesn't look right. Like it's just so weird. Like some charts just look insanely weird. Comes on Steam this week. Alright, nice. Oh, that's cool. I mean, I think if the game actually ends up being pretty cool, I mean, maybe it gets a little traction, but, you know, I wouldn't, like, fully bet on that. You know, I wouldn't expect it to just pump out of nowhere, you know, to 5 million in market cap overnight. Again, unfortunately, that's just how crypto is. This market literally just runs on speculation and hype when the market decides to be bullish, which in every aspect right now, it's the complete opposite of all of that. So even like good announcements on projects probably won't do much. Yeah, what is Oh, I left the God candle there. Zoom in. What is Bitcoin doing? Yeah, it's not looking bad. Might see this just trend up. If this can break that level, you know, we may actually test that. We'll see. But then we'd want to watch this area where this heavy dumping is. General range area you'd want to watch for even further downside. So if it can break out of all of this area the next 2 days, this is probably very clear to start a new uptrend and actually bottom and bounce and then start moving. So yeah, right back around 88, in between 86 and 88 is probably where there's going to be some rejection, if any. Yeah, I feel you, Brian. I'll catch you, man. I appreciate you chilling on stream. But yeah, we'll see what happens over the next few weeks here. I mean, not even weeks, just next few days in the market. But, I mean, for what I'm doing, guys, still stacking BitTensor. This is just... I really don't think there's a better risk reward in the market you know, just based on levels for price, I really like Bitensor. It is at the lowest point it possibly could be right now, in a sense where if it started to really break below this, I would probably really question even holding this, at least for the short term, until, again, sentiment fully flips and maybe it would recover. But this is the best risk to reward, because if it does start to bounce and hold and sentiment starts to move, you basically caught the absolute bottom of the multi-year support. You know, you're kind of betting that crypto is going to come back somewhat sooner than later. I don't know. I think Bitensor, I think, is just a powerhouse. Very good project overall. Yeah, Grift on Sol. I haven't looked into it recently, but I remember when that was moving a lot. I always never knew why they called it Orbit. Oh, that's why. Oh, no, my bad. I don't know why they used to call it Grift when their name was Orbit, rather. They should just put their ticker as Orbit, too. I don't know why they did that. But yeah, no, wow, that's completely bottomed out, too. Wow. Yeah, literally, anything on Sol is just taking brutal beating. What is Herobrine pumping right now? Herobrine? Yeah, no. I don't know why I keep coming back to this. Maybe that's a sign. But no, dude, I don't know. But yeah, guys, I've been live for about an hour. I'm probably going to call it here. I think over the next couple hours, though, I'm actually going to like deep dive into more projects and actually look deeper into a lot of these random new launches, see if there's anything legitimate. But yeah, outside of that, I'm probably going to end this stream. I appreciate you all watching and being here. I know the sentiment is so down bad right now. It's insane. But we are going to continue to move on, see what we can do, and yeah, just get back into it again. I feel like over the next few days, aside from maybe one more swing of downside, I think the clarity that's going to come with the next 2 or 3 days is going to definitely help the market. So that clarity alone should at least get us a direction of where the market wants to go. So outside of that, guys, again, I appreciate it, and I will see you guys in Discord if you're in the group, and for everyone else, I will see you guys in the next video or live stream, potentially tomorrow, the day after. I want to start being a lot more consistent with this stuff, so I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later.